I'll tell you a story. Can I?
You go on.
I'll tell you a story. It's gonna be a short one though. You know, so it's year 1854, right? So it's 1854, right?
Okay,
it's like
yeah.
1800s.
A
Like,
wee
I don't
little
even
mayhem
remember.
by the fire.
Yeah.
There was little me with the granny. Just sit by the fire, you know. Listen to the stories. Nobody. In 1854, Laura Kelly is born, right? So she's born to the two Irish immigrants, Peter and Bridget, right? So Bridget dies, and Peter is left with the two daughters, right? So 6 years later, he surrenders them to the Boston Female Asylum. It's an orphanage, right? So these are immigrants living in USA, not in America, okay? And he surrenders them, and you know, from there everything starts, right? So in 1885, okay, so she's 31. So she's just because she was transferred from house to house, she was taken over by a Toppan family. So their name is Jane Toppan. People know her by Jane Kelly Toppan, and people are gonna call her Jane Toppan. So Miss Toppan began training as a nurse at the Cambridge Hospital, right? So she was described as brilliant and terrific, right? She was well liked, she was friendly, and she had the nickname Jolly Jane, right? Now, once Miss Toppan became close with the patients, she always picked a favorite one. So there were normally elderly, so the median age of our victims was around 60, 70, right? So they were very sick. So she used her patients as guinea pigs. Okay, so she was doing experiments with the morphine and other opioids.
Okay.
So she was basically using the doses. She was keeping the diary. She was altering the prescribed dosages, and she was looking at it, how they're going to react, how the nervous system's going to react to it, right? So we are thinking, okay, maybe she's a scientist, right? But that's not her goal, right? So she spent time with the patients. She was making up the fake charts, you know. So basically, she was saying that they're feeling this way, and you know, she was medicating them with the other shit. So, well, nobody noticed that because she was recommended to the prestigious Massachusetts General Hospital in 1889. People are dying around, like, you know, no one notices anything. So she's brilliant. There you go, Angel of Mercy is going to fly over.
She's just smiling away through life. This sweet innocent girl, like Beeb.
So then she claims more. Yeah,
I am.
Yeah. So she claims more victims then. So she started administering opiates recklessly, right? She
administering what?
Opiates.
What's that?
You know, opiates are everything that's based on opium.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Given the year, right. I guess everything's still experimental and things like that. So, was it late 1800s?
There's a show on Disney.
Some Frankenstein sort of era.
Dopesick.
Okay.
If you wanna find out about opiates, it's there's a very good show called Dopesick. It's about the patients that were using OxyContin in America.
I've heard that before.
It's accountable for 400,000 people died of because they got addicted. There basically was the little tablet with the covering. There was a time released. It's supposed to be released after 12 hours, but wasn't. So you were getting addicted. You were starting from small dose, and you were getting addicted. So they lost. It's a Purdue Pharma. I think they ranked third in the world, or fourth in the world, with the highest fine ever being posed on the pharmaceutical company, which Pfizer is the second. You know, we know that. Pfizer, you know, the Pfizer being charged with the criminal.
Yeah. As soon as they came onto the scene, there was they already had a history of being sued and all this sort of stuff as well.
Yeah, they have criminal history. Like so. But then she after that, no one still notices what's happening, right? And she's began a career as a private nurse, and in the she killed the landlord Israel Donham and his wife in 1899. She killed her foster sister Elizabeth with a dose of.
Was these her first proper kills?
No, she kept killing people before. She kept doing it. This is just a continuation. So
she was just like sort of addicted to it.
Exactly. She was. So she went
experimented with the mice and then went straight onto the. How many people did she kill? Do you
know? She claims the certain amount and.
Proven.
Okay. She has more than over 100 suspected. Right.
She nearly made top 5.
Yeah.
Nearly made the top 5, right? Her span of crimes was only 6 years, 1895 to 1901, right?
I guess it's a lot harder to prove things then. The CIA, wasn't about, there's no fingerprint scanners, there's nothing like that sort of technology about, so she could just, and she's all this smiley nurse that everyone knows is a good lass, and she's going around killing landlords and families and shit.
Yeah. So
just by administering drugs. Like as a nurse,
exactly.
But every house she visits, they die like by an overdose. Just
exactly, she's a nurse.
So she's a really bad nurse, but she smiles.
Yeah.
Well, her nickname was Jolly Jane, so
yeah. But for 6 years, she got away.
Been like maybe friendly, happy, demeanor.
Exactly. Now she's moving with the Davis family, and I think it was based Cottonmouth or the name, and. The wife dies and she takes care of Elton Davis, right? And within weeks, she kills him. She kills the sister Edna.
Yeah.
And 2 of his daughters, meaning Genevieve, I don't know that name. The surviving members of the family are ordering toxicology. And they're trying to find out what's going on. So finally, someone...
So they could still test the blood and things for certain things then?
The report found that she had been poisoned, Minnie, one of the daughters, right? So they didn't arrest straight away, right? So local authorities, they were assigned a police detail on Toppan to watch her.
Mm-hmm.
And on the October 29, 1901, she was arrested for murder. Now,
1901.
Yeah, she was a jolly one.
The end of piracy.
She just seemed so happy and friendly. Nobody suspected her.
Oh, she's a nurse. She's not going to do anything wrong to me. Oh.
Yeah. Is that how people die?
2 of these 6 times a day. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Sleep well.
Next.
Yeah.
Roll him in.
Legit, yeah. Oh, she seems nice. Look, take the tablet straight away. Man.
So Mrs. Toppan, she confesses to her lawyer, right? She claims that she had killed more than 31 people and that she wanted the jury to find one her sane so she could eventually have a chance at being released, right? Now, the funny thing is, on June 23rd... Now, apparently, after collecting all the data, collecting all the witnesses' statements, and over the years trying to stitch things together, there's probably more than suspected deaths, right? They only could confirm 12 killings, 12 deaths. They're going to be accounted to her.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Now, the funny thing is, she was declared insane in June 23rd, 1902, Barnstable County Courthouse. She was found not guilty by the reason of insanity.
So she went
She was committed for life to the Toppan Insane Hospital.
There's a couple of... We should actually cover mental homes back then, because there's a couple of ghost story, horror stories sort of covering that sort of era, and all these sort of, electroshock therapy and things like that going on in those homes.
Lobotomy and stuff, yeah.
Oh, yeah, like legit, like a spike through the nose and things like that. There's all sorts of going on to try and cure this craziness. I think there was Bathurst Asylum or something was a particular one where it was just absolute, like, it might as well have been a prisoner of war camp. It was absolute. We should definitely cover something like that. There was a lot of darkness surrounding them places around that era. So, but she probably went in there smiling and laughing.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.